feels good for larger cars. Still diving into these corners, I feel comfortable. It's got that BMW handling. Okay guys, today we are going for a virtual test drive in the 2023 BMW 530i. So this is BMW's 4-cylinder offering for the 5 Series. Got a little bit of equipment added on. We've got the M Sport package with the high gloss black exterior content, the blue M Sport brakes. On the inside we have the Premium Essential package. On the outside here we have black sapphire metallic paint with a cognac Santec interior. 5 Series is BMW's mid-size sedan, so you're getting quite a bit of trunk space in it. You have the BMW's 3 Series, the 5 Series, and then the 7 Series. We're in that middle group here. It does have the sensor for the tailgate there. So yeah, let's get on the road and go for a drive. Before I hop in the front, let's just take a quick look in the back seats. This is the cognac Santec. All the seats will fold down in a 40-60 split, or you can do a 20 in the center. You also have the center armrest here with 2 cup holders, 2 USB-C ports in the back, and there is an option to upgrade and get rear climate control zone back here. Hopping into the driver's cockpit here, you'll see we're on BMW's iDrive 7. Let's get on the road and we'll talk a little bit about the infotainment. We'll get a feel for the engine, the chassis. We'll get onto the highway. We'll do some highway driving, some street driving. I do want to thank Parkview BMW here for supplying the test drive vehicle. I am a client advisor here at Parkview BMW. So if you're in the Toronto marketplace and you're looking for a BMW, feel free to reach out to me at my email down below, or you just come in, visit Parkview BMW and ask for Denver, and I'll always be happy to help you out. Good initial speed. You know, it's a 4-cylinder, 2-liter turbocharged engine, but 250 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque. So we got all the power we really need on a daily driving basis, but it can still be quite fuel efficient. You probably get this around 8 liters per 100 kilometers, or down into the 7s depending on your driving habits. Now with the 2023 BMW 5 Series, it is the last year for this generation. So BMW makes a new generation of each chassis every 7 years. 2024 is going to be starting the next generation for the BMW 5 Series, and they're getting a full electric. So this is one of the last ones on this interior setup, and honestly, I quite like it. All of the new cars, they're going curved display screen, less buttons, climate control in the infotainment system. So this is one of the last original BMWs before it goes full computerized technology. So transmission, we have an actual gear stick here, one of the last remaining BMWs with my favorite gear shifter here. 2 separate screens on their iDrive 7 system. We have all the features that we need. We have navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, remote engine start as a standard feature here in Canada, heated seats, heated steering wheel, full power steering wheel. 5 Series gives it all to you. There was an option on this car. You could add in the massaging and the ventilated seats. Your climate control buttons are down here for either side of the cabin. Yeah, and I just like the organic feel of the chassis. There's 2 cup holders here, as well as a wireless device charging tray. 5 Series already is just such a smooth vehicle. I'm comparing it to the 3 Series, but it's still got a little bit of tightness in there for being a BMW. So we're heading towards the highway. We'll do a little bit of highway acceleration. Right now we're in comfort mode. We also have a couple buttons down here. We have eco mode, more fuel efficient, and we have sport mode. One thing I like about sport mode is you actually have sport individual. So say if you want the steering to stay comfort, but you want the engine transmission to go sport, okay, perfect. You go to sport individual, and you can kind of customize and have that exactly how you want it. Now the touch screen, I think this is a 14-inch display screen. It's honestly absolutely massive, and it is touchscreen or through the iDrive controller. What I find is normal driving, you're going to use the iDrive controller, and if you have to stop or anything like that, you'll touch up and go through the screen. And you can even configure the main menu widgets for what you see here. Press and hold, you can go through and customize what you see. Your media, communication, navigation, car, and apps. Car is the most in-depth one. Like, you have a lot. You have driving information, sport gauges. When you go into eco mode, you have driving style analysis, so it lets you know how fuel efficient you're driving, energy flow. It's quite a lot in here. We'll go through all of this for you as we go on through the drive. vehicle status for oil level and, you know, any check messages. Looks like tire control recognition because it's a brand new car here. Settings, general settings, time and date, automatic time settings. You go into a different time zone, it's going to adjust for you. You can adjust the language, voice control, units, you know, you can go through all of those kind of settings, speed warning, mobile devices. And then you go into your vehicle settings, so like driving mode, so like sport individual, eco pro individual, you can customize. Exterior lighting, you can adjust. I always leave all of that. Driver's assistance, so safety warning. So this menu is also can be activated through this green short key button right here. Brings you into that menu, and you can configure, you know, have pre-collision early, maybe you want it medium or late, lane departure warning, steering intervention, blind spot activation. So you can go through and adjust when those are going to turn on, early or late. Speed limit assistance, parking and maneuvering, steering wheel feedback is going to vibrate the steering wheel if it needs to tell you anything. Now we are at the front and we are at a red light, so when it goes green, there we go. Let's do a little bit of Excel here. Good pickup. I mean, as you can see, we're not even really trying, and we left all those cars back there who are just going slow. You know, you gap them. So I mean, if you're at a red light and hey, you're in the left lane, you need to get over to the right, no problem. You just put the pedal down. BMW's all-wheel drive system, rear-wheel drive bias, is going to push you forward, no wheel slip. It's just going to accelerate forward at a nice pace, and you're gonna, you know, get all the power you really need. BMW does offer this vehicle in a 6-cylinder and a V8 option, and then the M5 if you really want all the power. But the 530 gives you the 4-cylinder, so you're most fuel efficient with all the comfort, and you really have plenty of power. Man, it feels good for larger cars. Still diving into these corners, I feel comfortable. It's got that BMW handling. We do also have head-up display projection, and you can customize that here. I can't really see it on the screen, so I'm gonna pull up the brightness and I'm gonna raise the height. Now it's up higher. You can probably see it on the video now. Might be flashing, but you can also adjust what you see in there. Navigation, driving assistance. You can adjust all the information that you see, like this map in the center of the gauge cluster. Like, we can turn that off, it's just black. You can also have it in miles per hour. There's lots of adjustments that you can do here. One thing I do want to show you guys is the navigation for iDrive 7. We are going to go to, I'm going to go back to Parkview BMW. So we're just going to do service area. We'll do Parkview.
In 500 meters, take exit 10 to the right toward Eglinton Avenue, and then turn right.
I'm not a fan of the voice, so I'm gonna come and just tap that voice guidance off. We're gonna go to the next highway exit, give you guys a feel for some highway driving here. Put the pedal down and you might get up. Got good speed. I mean, if anybody's trying to beat you, they have a bigger engine than a 4-cylinder, yeah, they're gonna beat you. But, you know, anybody's just cruising, you need to make some adjustments. Plenty of power here. Now you will see white, all for our mapping here. Once you own the vehicle and you map the vehicle, you register to the connected drive services that BMW offers, you then get the real-time traffic info that BMW offers. Excellent braking as well with those M Sport brakes, so if you need any braking in emergency, it's good. Road noise is not that good, not that, like, it's really good. I mean, I don't have the radio on, so you're gonna hear a lot more road noise than you normally would if you're just driving with the radio on. But I'm comfortable in here. I'm not noticing too much. I'm not noticing too much in the wheel feedback. I'm enjoying this car. I mean, I could definitely see myself enjoying this car daily driving every single day. If you're looking for something that a little bit wider, a little bit larger than the 3 Series or a C300, 5 Series is a great option. With multiple power plants, you can get all the power that you want, all going to be part of that same chassis. So if you want this exact car but you just want to accelerate a little bit faster, no problem, just get the 540. Now this car does have an option to add in the advanced driver's assistance package, so if you do find one, you can have active stop and go cruise control. If you want to know which ones that have that, just look on the steering wheel and you'll see a button here with the little lines that are the gap between the car ahead of you. You see the head-up display is showing that we need to get off of the next exit, so we will do that. I always have such confidence on the off-ramps with BMWs. I always feel like you can go an extra 10, 20 kilometers faster than you actually are. So smooth. Show you guys a little bit more of this iDrive 7 system. So if you're in car, go back into the settings. Next one's doors and vehicles access. One thing that I love, comfort access. You can now have it off proximity, so it automatically unlocks when you're approaching and automatically locks behind you. How convenient is that? You just put your key fob in your pocket and you never have to do anything else. Folds the mirrors in when it locks behind you. And then you have interior lighting. Lots of ambient lighting on this. Turn the brightness up. I mean, it's daytime right now, so you're not going to be able to see too much of the ambient lighting, but it gives you an idea on the screen here where that ambient lighting is. So upper dash area, lower dash area, on the door panels, on the footwell area, and you can change the color. Bronze, orange, white, blue, blue and white, green, lilac. You can pick your favorite color. Dynamic light as well, so if the door's open, the vehicle's running, this light bar on the door panel is going to be flashing red. Climate control, precondition, remote engine start is a standard feature with this vehicle in Canada. I absolutely love that, even for the summertime. Like, the cars get so hot, your remote engine start sucks the hot air out, makes it cool before you get on the inside. That's a great option to have. Then, yeah, coming down, you have your hazards. You have that quick menu button right there. 1 through 8s to save. One thing I love about your 1 through 8s is they're not just radios anymore. I usually save 1 as my home navigation, 2 as my work, 3 is like my radio presets, and then 4, I usually go driving information, sport gauges, press and save for 4, and then we go click 4 and we go into sport gauges. You have a G-force meter. We see when we start braking, you can actually see the needle move. Engine, turbo, PSI. What people like to put in aftermarket gauges you have right there. Horsepower and torque for your engine. Engine temperature. See the G-forces. Then you have your climate menu. My favorite one is just the max AC button. Closes the vents, gives you max cold air. I just leave it on auto. If you did have the ventilated seats, this little tab right here would be filled up. And there is a menu here where you can go into those climate menus. Paddle shifters, automatic, high beams. BC will cycle through the widgets that you see here. Oh, we got the advance. Cruise controls on the left side of the steering wheel, paddle shifters for manual modes, and if you're just in manual mode, it will automatically switch back after a while of driving. Or if you press and hold this paddle shifter, it goes back. Heated steering wheel, infotainment, click this button right here. You'll be able to change the music source. Pops up in the head-up display, or you can have it pop up down here. This vehicle does also have the automatic brake hold and electronic parking brake. There was a few times they were using that when we were sitting at the red light. All right, and we're almost back. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you enjoyed, or if you think I can do anything better. Please smash the like button if you made it to all the way to the end. It helps me out with my channel. Hit the subscribe button for more future POV driving content. Once again, thank you to Parkview BMW. Come visit me at Parkview if you're interested in buying a BMW, whether it's this 5 Series or any other. Check out my channel for any other vehicle POVs that you're looking for. Mainly, we've got a lot of BMWs right now, but we're trying to expand the channel and get other cars, get some drives and other vehicles. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you to Parkview, and I will see you guys on the next video.